What is up, gamers? Welcome back to another commentary video on the second channel. In case you didn't know, is actually my second channel. My main channel is a gaming channel, so go over, subscribe to that if you want to. That'll be in the description. So today is a story time, and as the title suggests, it's the story time of how I actually the first and only time that I've gotten a suspension. It's a little interesting. Um, so we'll get into it. Before we do, remember to like and subscribe if you enjoy the video. Join the Discord, follow my TikTok and Twitch, and let's get into the video. Alright, to start off with the story time, I'll give some background knowledge. So basically this actually was in grade 4 for me. Um, Let me think. I don't remember how far back that was. I think it's about like 2014 or something. But basically, there was this kid that we'll call David. It's not his actual name, but we'll just call him David. So David here was pretty annoying to say the least. I mean, more after grade 4. I mean, or like grade 4 and afterwards, but basically, he was really just a douche to me, like, all the time. Or not really all the time, but a lot. Great from like grade 1 until like grade 7, probably. He was constantly like having banter with me and stuff. And like, he was like big. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't want to be like rude or anything, but we'll just call him chunky to say the least. And so, um, this story, of course, as I said, took place in yeah. So he would kind of been bullying me for like from like grade 1. But it was kind of like it was more like just like little kid. So like he would like not and he would just like not bully me for a while, but and then like I had literally gone on over to his house before and stuff. So it was kind of a weird thing like before grade 8 or grade 4, where like he was like kind of like bullying me kind of at school, but at the same time like I had kind of gone to his house and stuff, so it was really weird. But either way, um in grade 4 on this this day, it was, I'm not actually sure when it was exactly. All I can say is winter. I live in Canada, so we get lots of snow every year. So since we're kids and stuff, we obviously want to climb on the freaking snow hills and stuff. We had because there would be people that would come in these like snow plows or whatever and plow the snow like into like giant banks of snow on the side so that the concrete was like open for people to play on or whatever during recess, right? And so, the teachers say don't go on the snowbanks and stuff, but people disobey that to begin with. But that's besides the point. Everyone uh is building their snow cat or snow forts and stuff as you do. But today and on this day, uh we decided, why don't we play, I don't even know why, but we were like, let's play push each other off the snow hill or whatever. So, it involved this David here, and so yeah, so we decided to play this game, and like we were kind of like just like playfully shoving each other and stuff. It was only between like me, David, and like I think one other guy. So it was like very small, and it was a small like snowbank or whatever. But we were like messing around, and I think if I remember correctly, my excuse was like he pushed me like really hard. I don't even really remember that much since it was like 6 7 years ago or whatever. And so you know I I I did not like the fact that he had pushed me off the snow hill like decently more than I would expect someone to, because you don't want to actually hurt someone. It's more of like a playful push each other off, but it was like a harder push, so I didn't like that. I don't even remember necessarily the events that unfolded, but somehow we were able to like get him off the snowbank and into where the field is. And at my elementary school, we had like a giant field that had like a baseball diamond like way out we weren't allowed to go to for some reason. But then there was like two soccer posts or whatever. But besides the point, it was the field there, and so it was all snowy and stuff because obviously it's the winter. It's gonna be snowy, and so I get on top, and this is you know, at that point where like the the John Cena meme is like kind of big or whatever, and it's like it's really cringy and like it's kind of embarrassing to say, but like I literally like jumped off the top of um the snowbank, like basically yelling John Cena, and because my friend had gotten him like in place, quote unquote. And he had like he was like just I think he like punched him or something, and like he was like kind of down on the ground or something. I jumped up and yelled John Cena or whatever, and he I like landed on him or something. I don't know, but it was straight out of frickin' WWE or something. Like I don't even really remember. It was just a surreal like I don't even know what I even did really. I just jumped off and hit him, and like I kind of like he was down on the ground too. Like right away he was down on the ground, and like I had known because like sure I may have been like what like 9 or whatever, but it wasn't like it wasn't like the worst thing ever. It's like I knew that I did something wrong, but it was like a heat in the heat of the moment kind of thing. But in the heat of the moment, I acted upon the angers, went to the dark side, and I knew that I did something wrong. So I was like, I fleed, like I literally like ran. Now I'm like a decent runner. At least back then I was pretty good compared to everyone else. And so I was able to like get away, but then he would because he had like friends or whatever, so he told them. I start like running away from them, and eventually I don't even exactly know how, but somehow I was like called down to the office or whatever, and so I get in there and the principal is like pretty mad, I'd say. Um like so I think he was actually in the principal's office. I think this was like after lunch recess because I believe this happened during the lunch recess. And so we're in the principal's office, and the principal is like she would always go on this like spiel about like disrespect and like treating people the right way or something. I don't even remember. It was pretty cheesy stuff. And um yeah, so basically it all ended up with like my mom being called, and that mom definitely wasn't happy with that. However, I did get the in-school suspension instead of a regular suspension. Not really sure how bad it would have been even with the regular suspension. I bet my mom wouldn't let me, but I'd like to think that I'd be able to play Minecraft. But uh after after I got the suspension, that didn't feel the greatest, but um it's funny because at the time my class was actually reading the book Holes, and it got turned into a movie adaptation. Um if you don't know what Holes is, it's basically like some kid gets blamed for stealing shoes and then gets sent to like this camp where they're digging for treasure and stuff. It's a pretty decent story. I like the movie. It's pretty good. And so because of this, um, the my in-school suspension was actually more of a half in-school suspension. I don't even know how, but somehow my grade 4 teacher like somehow convinced my principal to like allow it to be only an afternoon because she wanted me to be able to watch the movie of the book that we were reading. But somehow my teacher was able to convince the principal, and so because of this I actually got to watch probably most of the movie. I don't remember how much of it I watched, probably like 2/3 of it. Um, but it didn't really matter because I've already read the book. But later on, like I think actually last summer, I ended up watching it with my friend. But like, and I actually got to see it. Um, but either way, I got the first half, the morning off, and was able to watch that movie, most of it. And then the second half was pretty boring. I mean, I just got like a bunch of work that I needed to do from my teacher, and then I literally just sat in the office and just did my work. It was pretty boring. I mean, I think I completed all the work that I needed to do. I mean, it's kind of hard to remember. It's grade grade 4, but regardless, it was overall an interesting time. Definitely, would rather not get suspended again. This is definitely not the worst thing ever because instead of getting a full suspension where you're at home or whatever, I got an in-school suspension, and even better yet, I got only half a day because my teacher somehow finessed my suspend in-school suspension to be half. Don't know how that worked out, but either way, an overall pretty good story. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, like and subscribe. Join the Discord. Follow my TikTok and Twitch, and see you guys in the next video.